Oh, here we go.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude.
This show is not for the weak at heart.
Mature audiences
only. Call the show 339-226-6610.
I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest.
Give me a hell yeah!
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
It's some of the most brutal content this sport has ever known.
The Joe Cronin Show is brought to you by WrestleCrate. WrestleCrate.com. Use the coupon code JOESENDME for 10% off the month subscription box. And now it's time for The Joe Cronin Show. Code JOESENDME for 10% off the month subscription box.
On the Joe Cronin Show.
Oops.
And all you shit bums, don't forget to donate.
Oh, you know it.
We are.
Damn it, I told you not to let me run this fucking thing.
Money.
What is up, wrestling fans? What is up, YouTube fans? We are here for State of the WWE. That's why we're here. And, hey, it's number 56, so I'm pumped up if you're pumped up. We're going to do it live tonight. Didn't need to make it a separate video. We are just here going to be talking wrestling. Jesse J, Devious Dave Rose, myself. Donations are live should you be interested. So I don't get those questions. And they are in the description box below. Sasha's Juicy Pussy running wild in the chat already. I can see it right now. This is State of the WWE 56 on the road to WrestleMania. 1 week away from WrestleMania. We're closing in on NXT TakeOver Dallas, the Hall of Fame on the following night, and then, of course, WrestleMania, then Raw. This is going to be probably one of the biggest weeks ever on the Joe Cronin Show. Happy Easter, all you Easter people. Zombie Jesus is back again. How about that? I'm sick of that, by the way. Leo was talking about that earlier, Zombie Jesus Day. I'm sick of hearing about it. All you see here on Facebook the last 10 years is Zombie Jesus Day. It's like people, like everybody think, like, I've never heard that before. It's on South Park. It's on everywhere. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
All right.
Doing good.
Well, thank you to Brandon Colby sending me that jam. I don't know. I like it.
Very good.
Let's be fired up. I'm ready to friggin' go.
WWE theme music right there.
That should be my, yeah, it could be my entrance theme. I find the band that does that. And we'll be good to go.
Never mind.
What were you were headbanging?
What? No, I was fucking
I was digging it.
Well, no, I was kind of, it sounds like, I don't know, some shit they'd use when they're,
They don't have any
playing
music.
something, I don't know.
When they don't have music? Like they didn't have music that day? So
Yeah, there
just...
you go, like fucking, what do you call it, squash match music.
You know, I used to think that about Dean's music. When they first gave Dean his music, I was like, oh, they just...
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, but he made that shit that works, so.
Yeah, I know.
Play something for 2.5 years, it'll fucking grow on you eventually.
Yeah, I think that's what it has done. I think that's what Seth Rollins' music has done to me, too. Like, I'm like, oh, I didn't like that. But now I like Seth Rollins' music, so... I don't know, I guess it works. It friggin' works. Joseph Collins, what's up? Daniel Shadowhunter in the chat, how's everybody doing? Make sure you click that like button if you haven't done it already. Click that freaking like button. Let's get this thing going. We are maybe going to take calls in a few minutes, but wanted to let you know that calls will be available. You can donate in the box below if you want to do that. We're running at Raws tomorrow night. Follow me on Twitter at Joe Cronin Show. Go check out some of my tweets tonight about being in the WWE. Make sure you check out my WWE Tough Enough video that's still up on the YouTube channel of the WWE. If you do hashtag Daniel Cronin or Daniel Cronin Tough Enough, you'll see it there. Let's get into the road to WrestleMania as it comes to the end. Finally, thank God it's over because it's been a terrible road. The road was ugly, but will the event be good? Dave Rose has the matches, but before we get to the matches, Dave, if you have them, let's talk about the unbelievability, Dave. What's the word?
What?
You stumped me.
I just
first capacity.
It's late at night. I've had a lot of candy today.
Unbelievability.
Yeah,
that sounds like a decent word.
Okay,
let's go with that.
Let's go with that. Unbelievability of the injuries. Unfathomable.
There we go. That's a good one.
The amount of injuries. Dave, if you have the list, I almost picture Chris Jericho reading that list of moves in the middle of the ring, but instead it's the injuries.
All right, so here we go. Sting, Cena, Orton, Cesaro, Kid, Rollins, Nikki Bella, Neville, Luke Harper, and now The Miz with a leg injury that he suffered just a couple of days ago. And it was actually on the 20th. When was this? It was actually yesterday, I believe. And this article was just updated on it. And apparently Del Rio is being pulled from TV matches as well. I'm looking to see whether or not this has to do with from live events. Sorry, and I'm just trying to figure out whether or not he's also been injured.
Wow, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, well, if he's injured now, can they put the tag team titles on the line? Because now it could be 2-on-2.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Apparently, I'm confirming this from this article here, sportskita.com, and it says that he suffered a back injury from the German suplex Brock Lesnar gave him at Royal Rumble, and so that's the reason why he's been pulled by from live events, starting at Madison Square Garden the other day.
So he's still having this issue because this was something that came up before, and then he kept wrestling. So we were like, oh.
I'm updating my list now. Del Rio.
Oh, I guess he's okay. And then it's like, I guess not. That's crazy, dude. I mean, that's something he has been dealing with a while then. Because I reported him being injured, and then it seemed like he wasn't injured, and I was like, man, maybe that was that report wasn't right because he's obviously okay because he's still there. He's wrestling.
That's 11 injuries, including Sting. So if not Sting, that's 10. 10 people out of their roster.
And you put Seth Rollins and everything on there too, right?
That's right. That's
crazy. Look at last name, first name, talking about Sasha's nectar. You know it's getting fucked up when we're talking about Sasha's nectar. That's awesome.
That's how you know it's getting good.
That's a good point.
God damn, it sounds really good.
Don't forget pictures, Steve, says Nikki T in the chat. Nikki is on fire. What's up, Carl? How you doing, man? I saw your tweet earlier and now you're here.
I prefer books without pictures in them.
I like pictures because I'm a dumbass.
That's what they're talking about.
We're talking about
wrestling, folks. Wrestling.
Nectar's that's concentrated Sasha if you think about it.
Oh, God. Oh,
you guys with the nectar.
I like nectar. My buddy's name on Xbox for a while, his name was Wolf. He used to be the Wolf or something like that. He changed his name to Wolf Nectar. Wolf Nectar. He meant, Wolf Cum, So my buddy's name was about Wolf Cum. I don't know. Fun fact. Anyway, there's the injuries for you. It's crazy. It's unprecedented. But let's move on to the WrestleMania card and continue to spew out our thoughts on what's going on here, and I'm sure Dave Rose is going to be the one really to guide us here tonight.
All right, let's get going. So the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal will be taking place on the USA Network. It's going to be a portion of the pre-show. Social Outcast, Big Show, Kane, Tyler Breeze have all been declared for the match. There might be some more, I believe. Tyler Breeze, unfortunately, is relegated to more of a clown right now, unfortunately, because he's got so much more potential. And I don't like his character, but I can recognize good work. And it's unfortunate that, He must have pissed somebody off enough to be put into this position. I mean, this really is a joke of a choice that they have so far. Social Outcast, Big Show Kane. I mean, it's basically the Get Off My TV squad.
Well, I want to say again that I love Tyler Breeze because of what he did in NXT, and I think he's funny, and I think that I like that he's got a gimmick. I just like what he's doing with everything he's had to do and suffer in NXT. So I really don't have an issue that he's getting jobbed, because we can't just have everybody come up and do well. Like, everybody can't just come up and be amazing. Now, I don't think, you should lose every match you have either, because then why are you even here? Like, that used to bother me as a kid. Like, what was it? Was it Barry Horowitz? He used to bother me. I just got a donation from Pennzoil Pete. Pennzoil Pete, thanks for donating, man. He says, where the fuck is Bailey? Bailey's at work, so Bailey couldn't be with us here today, and he had Easter during the daytime, so he couldn't be here. He'll be here next time.
Well, he went out. He hunted a rabbit. He skinned it.
Yeah, he skinned a rabbit.
He presented that to the kids.
He gave it the eggs of the rabbit to his family.
So all the kids at the church, here's your Easter bunny now.
We hard boiled the little fucker.
We might be having streaming problems. I just realized
Leaving a message.
I left my frames per second on 60 by accident, so I'm an asshole. So I'm sorry about that. If there's any problems with the video tonight, it's because I'm broadcasting in 60 frames per second, which is a mistake because it eats up a lot of bandwidth, and there was no need for me to do that. I was recording gameplay earlier. So anyway, now you know about that. But Bailey, Bailey will be back. He'll be back with more stuff later, but he couldn't be here right now. So yeah, I have no problem with that booking. It was like Barry Horowitz. Barry Horowitz used to lose all the time, and it was just like, I used to think as a kid, why is this guy up here? I mean, why not? Why can't I go into WWE? I can lose every match too. I mean, like, what's the fucking point in this? So that used to drive me nuts. So I do like the fact that he's not winning 100% yet, because he's a new guy. Pay some dues, maybe a little bit more, although he's paid a lot in NXT. And eventually, something may happen with him. But he may be another one of these people where if the fans don't go all on board, then he won't even get... You think, like, if the fans all get on his back, like a Dolph Ziggler or Zack Ryder, you think, oh, man, they're going to push this guy to the guy, because all the fans are on their side. But it seems like what WWE will do is, well, we don't see him as that, but everyone's on his side, so he'll get a mid-card push. So it seems like they're willing to do mid-card pushes, but they're not willing to, push them to the top unless they themselves also believe that they're a top guy. Anyway, you can move on and get to the matches now. I just wanted to say that about Tyler Breeze.
All right, so another match that's going to take place on the pre-show is the Usos versus the Dudley Boys.
The Usos versus the Dudley Boys. It's funny because I think I care now more about Kalisto and Ryback than I do about this match. Because even though I think Kalisto and Ryback is a mistake, they at least gave me something at SmackDown in Boston. The backstage thing was the first time I gave a shit. And it's still not even close to where it should be. Before it was 0 or negative. Now I give like 20% a shit. The Usos and Dudley Boys, I almost give no shits. The only reason why I would give any shit about Usos and Dudleys would be if the match was a Flaming Tables match. It would have to be a stipulation to put me into this match. Give me... Why are these tag team matches happening but the tag belts aren't on the line? Why are the Dudleys at WrestleMania not wrestling for the tag team titles?
In a pre-show.
Why are the New Day there wrestling the fucking... What do they call it?
League of Nations in a handicap match.
I call them the League of Nimrods. That's what I call them. The League of Nimrods versus the New Day.
For no title.
For no reason. Oh yeah, what did they say? This absolutely pissed me off the other day. And you guys probably heard it in my video because I made a video. But the fact that they're calling it the Battle of Supremacy, that's absolutely fucking stupid. You are literally saying that the title, the Battle of Supremacy. What's supremacy? The New Day is already the tag team champions. The New Day are the world tag team champions. There is no supremacy to argue over or to fight over. Because number one...
White.
Oh, yeah, white supremacy. Maybe that's it.
Who names these things? The fucking idiots in creative. I mean, I see through them. They look at the gimmick that they gave New Day and look how they turned it around on them. And we've seen other gimmicks that sort of really reveal how they feel, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's very suggestive. I didn't think about that, Dave, but now that I think about it, it's very suggestive. And you know what? And someone in the WWE might say we're despicable for thinking of that, or JBL might say that's ridiculous internet fan talk. I know JBL would say something like that. It's ridiculous internet fans. Well, you're the one that
Ask
fucking...
Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, ask Titus O'Neil, but you're the one... They're the ones...
Yeah, exactly.
They're the ones that fucking named it that, and they're the ones that didn't put the tag team titles on the line. So what are we supposed to think? I mean, like, because there's either an agenda or they're fucking stupid or something. So there can only be those three things: agenda, stupid, or fucking... And that's it. Those are the only answers. There's no other answer. It's not bad booking. It's not... They decided to do this for this reason. It's fucking stupid. The tag team titles are not on the line, and that is stupid. And then you call it the battle for supremacy. There is no battle for supremacy. The Supreme Team is the New Day because they are the champions. It's very easy to see. They are the champions.
Now, this actually, I think, speaks to the fact that they just have lost the focus as to what defines the champion. CM Punk talked about this, that the belt should really indicate who's the best, and yet they're not treating it that way.
Yeah, they're not, and they're diminishing the titles by saying that this is for the League of the Supremacy or whatever the fuck it is. You're diminishing the WWE tag team titles. They're almost an afterthought. We didn't put them on the line. You're telling me the League of Nations is going to go into a match and they don't want to have the belts on the line? They don't want the titles? What kind of fucking dumbass tag team wants to have a match with a tag team who has the titles at WrestleMania? And they say, we want to wrestle you guys for the Battle of Supremacy. What the fuck does that matter? You want the money? The gold? Why do you have a stable? Tell me what the point in forming a stable with each other is if you're not going to go after the money and the power and the supremacy. That is the supremacy. If you just make up a name for a fight, that's fucking stupid. I mean, it's stupid. Why? There's no sense to this at all. You know what? This is the type of wrestling booking that makes me want to eat my own asshole live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because, and Pennzoil Pete, thank you for the donation, man. But the thing is, it's stupid because... Shit bomb! That's why.
So what exactly should I or shouldn't I be looking forward to WrestleMania 32?
Well, we're going to get into that.
We're getting there.
So far, we're giving you all the reasons.
Well, not this fucking one, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this is not the reason. Who just donated? Let me see who it is. Give you a shout out, man. King Thunder. Thank you for the $5 donation, man. I appreciate it. Look at that big donation. $5. He became a shit bum. Thank you for donating. So far, we've given you no reason to watch WrestleMania. So far, there's no reason. Watch me versus the Bear is the biggest reason so far. Okay, what do you guys' thoughts? Anybody else have any other thoughts that I didn't mention? I mean, no?
In regards to the New Day and
League
of Nations, yeah, you're right. It's just not really worth mentioning much more.
It's asinine.
I'm just curious.
They could have easily used the Freebird rule. Sorry, what's that, Jesse?
I want to know if the cereal comes in a bag.
There's no cereal in it. There's a t-shirt. But let me tell you something else. You're right. I thought they were going to use the Freebird rule. They're inducting the Freebirds.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So it made sense. It made sense.
I can't eat a t-shirt, Joe.
Man, you could try.
Not even with milk on it.
You know what? If you do eat the t-shirt, sue them afterwards and say that didn't taste very good at all. That's the worst cereal I ever had.
It's some FUBU bullshit.
You know what? I might make a video where I get the Booty-O's because I did order them, and then I cut them up and put them in a bowl, and then I just start eating them, and then at the end of the video I just say, those are the worst cereal I ever had. You know, I love the New Day, but that's the worst cereal I ever had. It's fucking hilarious. Someone's going to steal it now. But dude, it don't make any sense. Because you could have easily said, we're going to be inducting the Freebirds, and therefore we're gonna put our titles up on the line, or you know what I mean, or the League of Nations wants to wrestle for the titles. Whatever. There's so many ways you can tie it into the Freebirds and bring the Freebird rule back at WrestleMania, one time only at WrestleMania. There's your line for Raw, and for the first time and the last time maybe ever, the Freebird rule is in effect for WrestleMania. Like, it's just another thing to tack on. Why not use it? I don't get it. No fucking clue, dude. I thought they were gonna do it last week and they were gonna wait a little bit and we're gonna be mad about nothing. But it's fucking too late now, isn't it? Unless tomorrow it happens. Could you see it happening tomorrow? I mean, maybe if it doesn't happen tomorrow and this is for no tag belts, it's fucking bewildering, dude. I mean, it's bad enough that these are the teams we're gonna watch wrestle each other anyway. But now we're going to see it for no title on the line. So who cares?
All right. So the next match after that is Kalisto versus Ryback for the U.S. Championship.
Okay, so they did their best, finally their first understandable promo in the back. Ryback said some stuff that was pretty good. Kalisto has his little positive attitude, slaps him on the chest. Normally I wouldn't like that much anyway, but because these two have been so bad, and Ryback especially, I give them credit for that back promo. That was the first time I said, I like that there. There's like a little bit of a competition thing going on with them. And that's the first time I wasn't enraged by a Ryback promo. So, and it didn't seem, the backstage meeting didn't seem as fake as the other ones have. I can't even believe I'm saying something positive about this. I really can't. So I give them credit. I have a slight bit of investment into it now. A little bit. Still not good enough, and it still should have been something else. But I thought it should have been Neville or the ladder match, and that didn't happen, so I can accept it. We'll see where they go now. Monday and Thursday. If they'll do anything else that will make me give a shit about it. But I give a shit. I care about this match now more than everything else we've talked about so far. So, because the New Day match, okay, that's a Monday Night Raw match now because the tag team titles aren't on the line. So I actually care about Kalisto and Ryback more than anything else we've mentioned so far, which is amazing. I thought it'd be the worst. What do you think, Dave?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't really liked either of these individuals with the title, and thinking about them holding it doesn't really give me much faith in that title, unlike with John Cena, where again, the weekly challenges, the prestige, I guess, that he brought to it. Again, I don't like Kalisto. I don't. I think it works better with a tag team in the Lucha Dragons, but I still don't like the Lucha Dragons. Yeah. I don't see him as championship material, at least with the American title. Ryback's maybe a little more believable if he's, I guess, a heel. I mean, trying to take it away and walking around like he owns the place, and then hopefully we can get somebody else to hold the title that's better. But yeah, neither of them, in my opinion, really bring anything to that title. Just honestly, I don't hate either of them. I don't really like them.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm not into both of them as well, and I think if neither one of them had the title, that's all we needed for the. If either one of them didn't have the title, this match would still be a match that I would feel the same way. I think the title is it's another thing that gets lost. Like the United States gets a little bit the title gets lost with these two. Just like the tag team titles are going to get lost with the New Day now, which isn't their fault. It's just the booking's fault that they didn't put him in it. By the way, people are saying Miz is tweeting that he's not injured. So now apparently the Miz is not injured. That's what people are starting to tweet out to me and everywhere else, and there's news popping up about it. So maybe the Miz isn't injured. Do we really care that much? But he's not injured, so maybe there's no issue there. Anyway, so we don't care too much about this either. Jesse, do you care?
No.
Okay, move on.
All right, so this one... Sorry, Jesse.
No, I just said fuck it and laughed.
All right. No, you might have to get a little closer to your mic. I can't hear too well. All right, so this one might be a little interesting, but it might be a little fucked up as well because it just didn't make sense when they put it together, but it's the Intercontinental Championship match, championship ladder match.
Okay.
And so Kevin Owens is defending his title against Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, Sin Cara, Zack Ryder, and The Miz.
Name the people again. I got lost.
No worries. So Kevin Owens defending his title against Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Ole, ole, ole.
That's right.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
Stardust.
Yep.
Sin Cara. Zack Ryder. And The Miz.
It's going to be hard for those guys, I believe, in my opinion, to top last year's ladder match. You're going to be missing Dean Ambrose. You're going to be missing Daniel Bryan. And I forget who else was in it, but I think it's going to be harder for them to top last year's match. And I am very, very concerned that this is going to turn into a spot fest that is obvious. That's my biggest worry, is that this guy's supposed to be on the top rope while this guy jumps on the ladder, and then this guy gets knocked off and he's supposed to hit that guy. And if anybody gets awkward or is out of position for these spots, it looks bad. And it looks fake, because it is fake. And that takes me out of a match, and I don't like it. So I am very worried that this is going to be a spot fest. In my opinion, I mean, you could have, to me, it's Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, or Dolph Ziggler. I don't believe anybody else is going to win this match but those three. I think Sami Zayn, he just got on the scene, and if you're going to give him a rivalry with Kevin Owens, I guess he could win the title. But he just got here. And I almost feel like they're going to give it to Dolph Ziggler. Or I think it's either Dolph Ziggler or Kevin Owens walks away with it. I don't really want to see Sami Zayn just win the title. Maybe he'll do something crazy, though, and win it. It'll be amazing. Quick question. Have you thought about what you will be doing with the donations on the WrestleMania review? You might not be able to start the review till 2 hours in. Pennzoil Pete, this is a question that has been eating away at me. I appreciate the donation, ironically. But this has been eating away at me. Obviously, the donations have taken on a life of their own on my show. Clearly, we're trying to build a studio. We're trying to upgrade equipment. I'm going to be getting wrestlers in for interviews. We're going to be able to do all this because of your donations.
Have to make it like a higher amount for the voice thing or something.
I agree. We may have to make the voice a higher amount because it will get overwhelming.
Maybe Roman Reigns. Well, even that one would get too many, probably, huh?
I don't mind that one because if people are donating $20, I love.
That's not bad. No, it's just.
I think the Stone Cold one may have to go away for this week. You know what I mean? Because give me a hell yeah, that pops up really a lot. So I may have to do something like that. And there's no doubt about it, guys, because we don't want to get killed. But at the same time, you guys support me, my show, buying the new equipment, getting the wrestlers on that we're going to get, this new computer that we're building, getting the house and the studio that I'm going to get, supporting me with my bills that I have and all these other things. So you guys have destroyed, but obviously there's going to be an issue, and I'm going to have to think about it. It's probably going to stress me out this week.
It'll just be for that one, at least for the WrestleMania
for the big shows. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And after that, it's back to normal,
Yeah, I want to be able to keep $2 and $3 donations. There'll be so damn many. But that's a good thing. I don't want them to stop because they're helping. Obviously, it's becoming perfect for what we need to do and what we need to do. And I got 3 kids, and I'm able to also help some other people out too on the show.
But you also have to bring in new fans, and it's hard to do that when you just have donations going off. They're like, "Where's the review?" We
love partying with the donations, but the new fans don't get it. They're like, "What the fuck is this? I want to hear the review," and there's just. So we'll see what happens. I'll figure it out, guys.
We'll have to figure it out. It's going to be a delicate little dance.
Hey guys, happy Easter to you and your families.
Thank you.
Booking has lost his goddamn mind. Fans sit on their ass all match long. Not even half the crowd boos at biggest heels. Their PPVs are barely worth $1. Raw better be fucking epic from start to finish.
Haskell 420, thanks for the donation and becoming a $5 shit bum. I just hope that WrestleMania is on fire. I hope that I really want to see. We'll get to that match afterwards. Thank you, Haskell, for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Happy Easter to you as well.
What a live show on Sunday and no PPV at work again listening to the show and you need a app. I think most of us would pay for the app, and the only thing to look forward to at Mania is the Divas title match and the live review show after.
Thank you, Freddie Mitchell. You're right. I'm looking forward to that Divas match. I was just going to mention that. Sasha.
That's coming up.
I can't wait to see this. I'll let Dave get to it, but and maybe I will make an app. A lot of people have told me to get an app and do it. I might. I'm worried that only like 60 people or 30 people would do it.
Oh my God! What's his name? Talbot says, "Do donation sound a new one for Tommy NC, $20.10, 2010." And I thought that's perfect. You can use the.
It sounds like
nice and quick.
It sounds like he's sawing his privates off in that fucking sound effect. Anyway, I'll go on to the next thing, Dave. Thanks.
Just to sum up the match, I think you're right. It looks like it's going to be a spot fest. I think it is too early to give the title to Zayn. I don't really want to see it to go back to Kevin Owens just because, they could carry on a great feud with Sami Zayn and not need that title in there. Still, do good storytelling. I don't know about giving it to Ziggler, but I guess he is the best remaining guy that needs that sort of highlight that right now he's lacking, although he did lose for that, during that match that Stephanie gave him. But, he got his WrestleMania opportunity. But just to finish, I want to say I'd love to see just some sort of botch happen where Zack Ryder ends up winning that title. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That would be...
Because they would take it off him the next day.
Like Dolph gets injured. Sami Zayn gets injured. You go, give it to Zack.
Well, he's left in the ring and everyone's injured, and they give him the sign like, you have to take it.
Do a 69
it's the Benoit curse. I mean, imagine if we see injuries, in the ring on WrestleMania. I mean, something spooky is happening.
I was going to say, I already think it almost is. It's like the heart curse.
Yeah, I think it's the mat, to be honest, because every injury, a lot of these injuries have to do with the mat. Seth Rollins going over Kane was a little weird, but he also stuck his foot into the mat weird, which is what turned it sideways. I
saw that. Ouch.
So look at that.
Okay, so what's weird about it?
I don't know if they have a new mat or different boots or whatever, but I don't know. It doesn't look different, but I mean, maybe did they change something in a material? The slight change? Are they doing something in the mat that they didn't do before? What's different? Adrian Neville went to slide and he got his foot stuck in the mat and broke his fucking ankle or whatever. So I mean, and then there's another one too that I don't remember now, but there was a third one. Evidence of the third one was all three of those are proven to be caused because of sticking your foot in the mat or jamming your leg or your foot in the mat, turning your leg somehow. Luke Harper. He when he went to step forward, his foot stuck into the mat, and then it jugged his leg, and he pressed downward, and that's when you see his leg buckle. So in my opinion, that ripped his ACL.
And you got to remember, these guys are bigger, so it's so much more damage to that injury.
It's like there's stickum all over the mat or something. I mean, I don't know what. Maybe it's just a freak thing, but to me, it's like I want to know. Did you guys change anything about your mat in the last 8 months to a year? I mean, really? Maybe and if they said we didn't change anything, this is the same thing we've been using. We'll call the manufacturer of the mat. Have you guys?
So someone wants to know if they can donate with PayPal.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, then yeah.
Well, no, you want
Harold Thomas.
If you want to donate, it's in the link below in the description box. It says donate live, and you click on that. It brings you to Twitch alerts, and when you go to Twitch alerts and you put in the amount of money and you hit donate, it takes you to PayPal to pay for it. So that's how you do it. But don't do like a direct donation to my channel on PayPal because I'll get it. Great, that's awesome, but you won't be able to do the alert. So I don't want to get hit up like that.
All right, the next match is the one that we're all rubbing our constant anticipation for. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the Divas Championship.
This match, I still believe, as many other people have been saying recently, it's become a hot topic, that this has the opportunity to steal the show. If they can do what they can do, and everything else goes south that night, these women could steal the show. And I'll be happy if the women at least come out with, that was one of the best matches of the night. If they come out with top 3 match of the night, I'll be very happy. I would love to see that. Because almost every Divas match at WrestleMania history, for the most part, has been the worst or at the bottom of the list, aside from a few. And so I would absolutely be raging happy if that's what ended up happening. And I hope that's what happens. And we are going to take phone calls at the end of this. When we get done with our opinions on the state of the WWE right now, we're going to take your phone calls at the end. So get ready for that. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I think it should come down to him and... Well, we're still talking about the ladder match, right?
No.
Oh.
We're moving on to the Divas.
Oh, the fucking Sasha Banks match? Oh, I don't care, because they're going to all be on Total Divas soon.
Okay.
I think that's a lot of good potential. There should be some good wrestling, and at least we might get a new champion.
I think, first of all, I'm going to be I got to tell you guys, I'm going to come right out. I mean, you know this, but I am going to be super Mark for this match because I am going to be so invested in Sasha Banks. I don't think I've been invested in somebody like this since Shawn Michaels. Like, I'm going to be very, very hardly rooting for Sasha Banks. I love Becky Lynch too, and I enjoy Charlotte.
Well, fuck you too, fella.
Hold on a sec. Charlotte is still running with Ric Flair, and we know that Snoop Dogg is coming down to the ring with Sasha, isn't he?
Which I hate. I hope not.
So you think maybe there's going to be some sort of fight with Snoop Dogg and Ric Flair?
Our Kid HD, thanks for following me on twitch.tv/Spectrum Gaming 617. Also, guys, I got 1,000 followers. You guys got me 1,000 followers on Spectrum Gaming 617 on Twitch the other day. So thank you for that. Keep following me on Twitch for my gameplay stuff. And Spectrum Gaming 617 on YouTube. Subscribe to it. No, here's what I'd like to do. The match starts. Everything is pretty good. Ric Flair is already inserting himself. Okay? And it's like, oh, this is how it's going to go. And then what I would want to see is, we saw Snoop Dogg earlier in the night with Sasha. So Ric Flair is interjecting himself in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the match already, and that's annoying. Well, then I want Snoop Dogg to come out and remove Ric Flair from the match. I want him to maybe punch him or drag him to the back, or maybe Snoop Dogg and his a couple like fucking security guards, really nasty looking ones, drag Ric Flair out of WrestleMania, because it'd be great for like Mauro Ranallo or Michael Cole, whoever's announcing it, to be like, you know what I mean, they're removing Ric Flair from WrestleMania, like, you know what I mean, and Jerry the King Lawler, like, you can't do that. You know, I can see that whole thing playing out like that. Ric Flair's being dragged in the back by Snoop Dogg and his security. And now he's not a factor in the match anymore. And now we can do another 15 or 20 minutes of these women tearing the house down.
Roman Reigns, so give me $20. Give me $20 on Roman Reigns. Give me $20 on fucking Roman Reigns.
I'd rather watch Joe and the Bear in a 3-hour Iron Man match. BTW, fuck Vince for blocking my video worldwide. Just because it's more creative than his shit show Monday programming.
Hey, I'm Rob. Thanks for donating $20, bro. That's crazy. Thank you so much in making and getting the Roman Reigns donation. Thank you, Rob, for $20. Listen, this guy uploaded a fucking WWE 2K video, and the WWE blocked it, which is like a strikeable offense. They blocked it worldwide, and all he did was upload 2K. Unbelievable. And you know what? 2K Sports needs to get their head out of their fucking ass, or people aren't going to play their stupid game online anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. By the way, I broadcasted it the other night, and we had some of the best matches I've ever seen on Twitch. With the Andre the Giant World Heavyweight title match, the Battle Royal before it. It was simply amazing, and I can't wait to upload it for you guys. If you didn't see it live, you'll get to see it. Anyway, moving on. There are my feelings about the match. I think that's what should happen. That way, it's Snoop Dogg didn't come out with Sasha, but Snoop Dogg has already been sort of partying with Sasha earlier in the night. We know he's there. They're related. You know, Ric Flair's out there with his daughter.
I second a 2010 donation, Tommy's sound. But the sound from Tommy's podcast that you were on, you laughed your ass off after you heard a fucked up sound, and Tommy explained it was the sound of his wet flesh that was getting unstuck from his leather seat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that. Really?
I do. That was great.
Oh, my God. I got to look that up.
It sounded like a cat or some shit, and it was just
oh, my God.
Shit. It's always something weird.
Haskell420, thanks for the donation, buddy. Hey, I'm Rob as well. And Lawson for life, thanks for the follow. on Twitch. What do you guys think about that? I think that's how it should play out. I think the first 5-8 minutes, Ric Flair gets removed by Snoop Dogg. Another 15-20 minutes of wrestling action with the women.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, as long as there's some good wrestling and it's not too much distraction from the outside to affect the match, I think it could be good. And again, the possibility of a new champion, either Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks, I think is a good thing. It'd be nice to see Sasha Banks win the title. But I guess we'll have to see.
All right, I think that's what I'd like to see. I think that match has the ability. This match has the ability, if it's given the stage, if they don't fuck around, this match has the ability to be one of the best matches of the night, if not maybe
not the best. Yeah.
Yep. So there's no, I would never overlook this one, but I'll be very furious, and you will get fury. If this match doesn't go the right way or something weird has clearly happened and they weren't allowed to do anything, you will get a video immediately. You won't have to wait till after. You'll get a video immediately of me having a meltdown, and I will have a fucking meltdown of all meltdowns because I care so much about this match that I may fucking cut my Johnson off on YouTube. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
The next match is Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a street fight.
I think there is almost a 100% chance that there will be blood in this match.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, you said you couldn't do it. There it is. I like it. And I'll tell you.
Lied.
I'll tell you what. If you the Shane McMahon and Undertaker match, although Bailey and JD from New York, I'll keep stating this, believe he's going to jump off the cage. I still don't believe it. That would make me think that match needs to have something go on in it that's going to be big. But to me, there is a 100% chance of blood and hardcoreness, and I'm talking about the barbed wire, the crowbars, the go through glass type of things that may happen in this match. I believe that they have to do something like that, because if the hype for this WrestleMania, everyone's going in I'm going to watch it, but going in negatively. But if they can put on matches that are memorable, we won't even remember this. We'll say, yeah, remember the build wasn't good, but man, that WrestleMania, all we'll remember is the WrestleMania was great. That's all we'll remember. So no matter how bad the build is, no matter how much the matches we are confused about, no matter how much we want to book the show ourselves, in the end, there's matches. And if they're good, that's all we'll remember. And I think so. I forget who it was. It was Justin Bailey or JD from New York. I forget who mentioned it. I think there's
They both thought it was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think two of the matches are going to contain blood. I think someone's going to get busted open in two of the matches. Somebody else thinks it was three. I think it was JD or Justin. I can't remember.
Shane is going to, or somebody.
See, I feel like, Shane and The Undertaker would have something like that go on. Because Shane...
They both have limited shit, so it's like, well, okay, let's bleed.
Yeah, like Shane won't go off the cage, but he will have to bleed or something. But then I also feel like you could see it in the Roman and Triple H match.
Jesus.
So really, there's three matches for potential brutality to happen.
I don't know, Dad. I'm gonna have to fucking jump.
Dad.
I went up to him. I told him. I said, God damn it, if you don't show up.
You better say you better blade, son.
Well, you better cut your damn skin off.
You better.
No. You better blade.
Abdul the Butcher.
No, I love the story about like fucking Cactus. I think you better jump off the cage or whatever the fuck. Start on the cage. That was it.
Oh yeah, start up on top of the cage.
I think he's gonna do something that is gonna be like, oh, that's what we were waiting for. Like, something to.
Mm-hmm. What if they could
shock everyone?
What if they could get that big screen on the top? What if they really did lower that a little bit, and he did climb up on that? Wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, how would the Undertaker?
All right, so if he jumped off of that, say they were on top of the fucking thing, the cage, and he jumped off that onto Taker and take, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
How far would that be?
That might be a ways. Unless they can lower.
I'm not really sure of the stadium and shit.
Hey, what are the odds? Haskell just donated $3.16. What are the odds they work an angle where Flair meets Snoop mocks Sasha? Then Snoop says it's all good and gives him a brownie. Flair says he'll meet her at the ring, but then Flair said Ric Flair falls asleep. through Charlotte's match. That's hilarious. I think
That is some good shit.
I will say that if this was 2004 or before, that could be something that happens. Even 2006.
I wonder, King, you gotta wonder what was in that brownie.
Yeah, I mean, they could do it because it's not technically that wouldn't be crossing the boundaries of PG.
No, they could almost do it, and they don't mention much about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody
oh my
gets
god,
it.
I wonder what was in that brownie. All right, let's keep talking about the match.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they could do it. I would see them pussying out though. Then again, they did have Vince say the fuck on Raw, and that was pretty cool.
Huh?
They had
It's in the goddamn lockbox.
Drop the F-bomb, son. Anyway, Dave, that's where were we? I don't know. Oh yeah, so
I'll
we're
be
on.
really pissed if Shane loses because then they'll just end the storyline like it is, and it's like, well, what the fuck was the point?
Well, we're actually on Dean and Brock Lesnar, so I do want to come back. Let's reel this thing in. We fucking went off on a tangent, which I'm glad we did. But
All right, so basically
Brock
just
and the other dude, yeah. Fuck.
But I didn't mention who I thought was going to win.
to sum it up, I think that it'll probably be Brock Lesnar that that will win. But I can see Dean Ambrose winning as well. I think it's pointless, this match. It's going to be a good match.
Well, you might see some good Attitude Era type shit. Like, I wonder if you're going to see more backstage.
Consistent storytelling is what I want. And maybe I'm just watching the wrong product. I mean, I'm starting to come to that conclusion.
You don't think the Wyatts are going to get involved because they seem to be in this storyline. They were at SmackDown to attack him.
With Bray Wyatt continuing to look like a pussy running away from him and I mean, well, hold on, but you've also got injuries there on the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already proven that he can't go one-on-one with the guy. His character is just it bothers me because I like Bray Wyatt and I like what he brings, but he's been emasculated and reduced to a jobber position. He in my opinion, he needs to leave for a while and then come back. Maybe have some promos before he does return, but you know, he might pop up, but it's just inconsistent storytelling.
Right.
So
I don't think
it should be a good bloody match. I mean, both of them have been shown to bleed, to be more than willing to bleed, I should say. I just got tweeted a photo of him in CZW, Dean Ambrose, and he's nice and bloody. Brock Lesnar purposely, blades there on the corners as we've seen him. So, yeah, it's going to be bloody.
I think it is going to be bloody, and I think it's going to be good.
Imagine, like, they go to hand him a blood capsule, he just looks at him.
No, I'd love it if he just slugged them if he did that. Byron Saxton did. He's like, here's the pill. Looks at him, laughs, and then just punches him in the face. All right, so the next match is the one that has all the controversy surrounding it. Oh, sorry, you said you wanted to say something about Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, right?
Well, I really have a tough time picking this thing. I mean, if Brock Lesnar were to lose, it'd be like, wow, they're really putting over Dean as the next thing. But I would say this is going to end in a bizarre way. Like, I would say they're going to have a really good match, like people getting busted up, but it's going to end where, like, Dean passes out or somebody loses because of the use of a foreign object or like a weapon or a, like not even a machinery. You know what I mean? Like, someone
doesn't the street fight have no rules?
Yeah, there's no rules. So I mean, you can win by all these things. But I can also see the Wyatt showing up too to screw things up a little bit. So I think this is going to be a very bizarre, chaotic situation. And I won't pick anything else beyond that, but that's what I'll say. And that's all I got.
All right. So,
Shit bomb!
I hope Becky wins the butterfly belt at WrestleMania. My life would be complete if I got a of her anus. Oh yay, right there.
Who was that donated? It was Becky's anus _69 that donated. Wow, what a gross name, but how can you blame him? Becky could have the butterfly belt. Thanks for donating $5 and becoming a shit bum. Becky's anus 69. I think a lot of people will be happy to see Becky win, but I really, really want Sasha to win. I'll be marking out for Sasha like you wouldn't believe. Okay, Dave. I'm sorry.
All right. So Shane McMahon, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, control of Raw.
This again has me very stumped because I don't believe that Shane's going to go off the cage. I want it to happen. I want something crazy to happen. But I don't believe he's going to go off the cage. We're talking about Undertaker's... I've been wrestling with this for a while. Because all year long I said this is the year his career ends. His career's going to end in Dallas because this is his hometown. You know, so he's got to end his career here. And why wouldn't you? You know, have some kind of casket match or something like that. But then the fact that they made it Hell in a Cell, where it seems like the Undertaker's career, when it first started, he was known more for the casket matches, then a little bit for the Buried Alive match. Then the Undertaker now is really known for these Hell in a Cell matches. Undertaker has put over more matches than anybody, I almost think. And it's almost fitting to put the Hell in a Cell there for him to end his career. I just have a very tough time believing that the Undertaker's career is going to come to an end at the hands of Shane McMahon. I mean,
technically it's no more WrestleMania, but not his career.
Well, they would be clarifying that, I would think, because it means career. Who gives a shit if it's wrestling? Why wouldn't it? Why would he still be here but not at WrestleMania?
Well,
that's the only time
those
he's
were
there.
Those were his words. I think it was JD was talking about it. Justin was talking about it. But the words that were used was basically, "You're never going to have a WrestleMania again," sort of thing. And a lot of people are like getting mad that people are thinking that Undertaker's ending his career, when the words that were basically spoken by Vince McMahon indicated no more WrestleMania moments.
Well, they really
doesn't make sense either as well.
Nobody understands storytelling. You allude to it. That's what he did.
I mean, they really
he's gonna retire.
They got to clear.
That's what that means.
Well, okay, Joe, comment on this, or at least speculate on it. There's been rumors that there might be interference from Stone Cold at WrestleMania.
In which match? The fucking Shane one?
In this one. I thought that could happen. That maybe Stone Cold would
because he comes in to save Shane.
Yeah.
Because him and McMahon have had their rivalries, and he doesn't want McMahon or Vince to continue doing that. So
yeah, I was thinking maybe
that would make it to me more exciting, more random.
Then he'd have to be a heel on his podcast. He couldn't go back to being a little bitch. So I mean, because then go on there and go, oh yeah, I love Taker.
No, thank you, Sting, for the donation. I don't think we're gonna see Sting at all. So,
what?
I would see. I could see Vince coming out and trying to do something, and then maybe, that's when Stone Cold comes out to stun the Undertaker or something like that. But the Undertaker's career, the career thing needs to be cleared up. It's got to be cleared up. The career thing has to be cleared up. Like, they have to clearly say his career's not on the line.
Well, you know what? They've had 4 weeks.
I'm confused.
They've had 4 weeks to sort of tell this story on Raw, and they really haven't. And we've got one more Raw before WrestleMania. And
this is bad then, because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about then.
Now, remember, I was told to basically let it play out, let the story be told. And, we've had 4 weeks, and I can't call those stories, at least consistent ones. So tomorrow is the last opportunity that they have. Realistically, unless they hit it out of the ballpark like a billion times, I can't really say that the build-up was worthwhile for this match, nor am I really interested in it.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good. I mean, we're seeing Shane again after a long time. We've got the Undertaker, who always puts on a good show. They're both probably going to bleed. We're probably going to see Shane jump from the side of the cage, but I don't necessarily see him doing it from the top nor from the TV. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I'm just not really excited for this match.
I'm very interested in it. I'm very curious about it. I'm
curious about it, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm just not excited. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not excited yet either.
There's no. The build-up is what I was, talking about. Is again the build-up was what should have got me excited about this match. I mean, obviously we got exciting components that I just went through.
Yeah, that was really
the exciting components are there, but I mean that extra stuff, the storytelling, the why, the reasons, the details that you're talking about haven't been built up, so that it lacks excitement for me in that respect.
All right, well, what else we got here?
Well, the last match is going to be, well, and this might not even be the last match of the night. They might switch it around so Hell in a Cell is the last match because Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the heavyweight title, and if it looks like Roman Reigns wins it, you're going to end the night on booze.
I think the volatility of Roman Reigns' character, love him or hate him, is going to make, unless there's something happening in one of these other matches that we're not aware of, I believe the Roman Reigns match would go on last. Because
Me too, because I mean, just like you just said, whatever happens, Roman Reigns is in it. So
yeah.
It's going to be a big deal no matter what the fuck happens. Which is interesting because the guy can't cut a promo too well, and he's not the greatest in the ring, but he's getting this reaction like he's the one we want in the main event at the moment because it's just like that's the most interesting.
Yeah, like is he going to turn heel? Is the crowd going to just bury him so badly? Is Triple H going to be this big face? What is the crowd going to do? It's going
to be weird.
Honestly, I think I care more about that. I'm more, as far as Triple H versus Roman Reigns, my biggest excitement going into this match is what is the crowd going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's giving me an erection thinking about what the hell the crowd's going to do in that match, which is, or is something big going to happen? Is Bullet Club going to show up tonight or WrestleMania night?
They say this fucking whole event was going to be 7 hours.
Probably because you have a 2-hour pre-show and then a 4-hour show. It's 6 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Now here's another question: will that pre-show stuff on the USA Network be also broadcast on the WWE Network at the same time? I don't know.
I would believe so.
Okay,
I would think so.
Yeah,
Why
I think
not?
it's also. I think it goes on YouTube as well.
Okay, I would hope so as well. You'd want to be selling
because you have
that thing
people
everywhere.
that can only get one or the others, probably. So you want to be able to appease those people,
right?
I would think.
I agree. Okay. As far as the match goes, I think that's how it's going to go so far. It seems like it's how we're going to go. We're going to know a whole lot more tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. And we have about 10 minutes left here before I got to get out of here. So 339-226-6610. We'll open up the phone lines. We're going to make the phone calls quick to get through who we're going to get through. And again, it's 339-226-6610. The phone lines here in the U.S. and probably Canada if you call from there. Give us a call. We'll talk about what you want to talk about as pertains to the state of the WWE. And then we'll get out of here in about 9 minutes. So we'll get out of here. We'll take these calls real quick, though. 469.
Hey, it's Jack Republican.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. I was just fixing to go to sleep, and then I saw y'all had a live stream on YouTube, so I was like, let me check that out.
Yeah, and you said that you're going to Raw
bomb?
after WrestleMania, aren't you?
Mature audiences only. Take no prisoners. Smash them in the mouth. Expose the lies. No pussies allowed. Welcome to Monetize Sasha's Sweet Pussy. 7 days until I attend my first WrestleMania. I remain optimistic it will be fun.
That's awesome, Jaff94, man. Remain optimistic. I hope it's awesome for you, man. I really do. Thanks for the $5 donation. Young Republican, what do you got, man? Real quick, what do you got?
Oh, no, I was just saying that I got tickets to Raw Dallas and WrestleMania Access next weekend.
Dude,
so.
Raw is going to be awesome then. That's so freaking cool, dude. You got to be pumped up for Raw. I can't wait. I hope it's a good night.
Yeah, I think it'll be better than WrestleMania, to be honest.
Sometimes I'll tell you what, the build for the Raw after Mania is always better because it's going to be crazy.
Brood, what if Roman versus HHH goes on second to last match and Reigns wins? Then Shane versus Taker happens, and as soon as Stone Cold is helping Shane win his match, Roman comes out and Superman punches Stone Cold and spears Shane and giving Taker the win.
That would be pretty cool. That I would wonder what's going on then. But why did they have this big thing with McMahon then and everything? And maybe it's McMahon gave him money, and maybe it's I've got kids and stuff to look out for. That I don't know. That could be there. Hey, Nay, thank you very much for the donation of $5. Oh, the donations are just flying
busted
in.
your ass on a table. Ha 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 ha. See you at Mania, you fucking pussy.
Oh, fuck you, Bear. Dude, I'm gonna pile drive your ass on the pavement, Bear. Thank you for becoming a shit bum though and donating $5. Let's see what else we got. Thank you guys for the donations. 704, you're on. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What do you got?
What are your thoughts on who will be world heavyweight champion?
In my opinion, the only way to go is Roman Reigns, and to me, there's something weird that has to come from it. Whether it's the next night on Raw he goes heel, we'll be disappointed that you didn't get that payoff at Mania, and that you have to wait for the next night. But if it's what Nay says, then I would be really happy with it then. So I believe Roman Reigns will win the title for the third time, which is disgusting, by the way. That he'll be the third-time champion is fucking pathetic.
Then they can start using that in a soundbite.
Yeah, exactly. The third-time world champion. Scum, scum, scum. Thank you for the call. Adrian Lopez, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Joe? What up, Dave?
What's up?
I'm glad you didn't have to see anybody fucking die today. That was awful the other day.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to go too much into it because I know the show's going to end pretty soon. But, yeah, it was heartbreaking to see 2 death bodies like 2 blocks away from my house, man. Outside of theater. It was a family. Like 3 people were in the back. The daughter and the father, they both passed away at the scene. So, yeah, pretty sad.
Hey, man, that does suck, dude. That's really fucking... Talk about depressing me. I shouldn't even brought it up.
State of Los Angeles.
Dude, what do you got, though? I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Look out. You might not be into the show.
No, maybe not.
My name is Kane, and I'm donating
What of the report from JD that he made concerning Reigns' heel turn at or after WrestleMania?
Oh, wow. Okay, so JD that made concerning heel turn or well, I mean, I've been saying it for months that Roman Reigns should slowly turn heel, and then maybe the next night be like, you know what? I busted my ass, all this cards stacked against me, and you fans just boo me. I don't understand it. I've got a daughter, I've got all this other stuff, and you guys just keep booing me because you hate that I've got women or that the women like me, and he just goes into this whole heel promo. That's what he does. That's what he should do. And thank you, Angry Wrestling Nerd, for the donation. And that's what I think. I agree with what JD says. I agree with what I've said, which is that Roman needs to go heel, and Roman's going to go heel, and this is the way to do it. And I'll tell you what, if he doesn't go heel, I will be so freaking puzzled. Like, you won't even believe how puzzled that I will be because, dude, I'll just be out of my mind. I'll tell you that much. Thank you very much for the donation of 666, the Kane donation. I appreciate it. Adrian, what did you want to say wrestling related, man?
Oh, okay, I got two things I want to say before I go. Live after WrestleMania for Bray Wyatt is shaping up to be great, and all these freaking nonsense about Bray Wyatt being a jobber, that's gonna stop. You guys' perception of Bray Wyatt will change, and I best believe that.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, I hope so too. For the Undertaker versus Shane McMahon match, I think I'm sticking with the Bulletproof, aka the Bullet Club, will debut. They're gonna interfere during that match. That's what I think.
Oh, they're gonna interfere and basically get that Undertaker fired?
Oh well, there's a lot of things you can look at it.
Whose side do you think they come out on? Shane's?
Yeah.
Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, man. I don't know. It could happen. I've been thinking that they were going to debut, so.
What's going to happen is that Finn Balor is going to lose the NXT title to Joe at Dallas this Friday. And who knows? Maybe AJ Styles is going to join him too. You never know.
Hey, maybe he will. Maybe he'll show up at the end of the night. I mean, the whole thing, it could happen. It's something that could definitely happen, especially with, with them really needing to set the WWE into a new path for the new year. They really for the beginning of the new year, really, in WWE. So they've got to do something crazy. They've got to get us back invested again, and that could be a way to do it. 313, you're on the State of the WWE, episode 56. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, not much. Hey, I just wanted to say about Roman Reigns turning heel. I think he won't turn heel because they're trying to make him the next John Cena, the top guy of the WWE. And just like a few years ago, we all wanted John Cena to turn heel, but he never did. And I think it's going to be the same way with Roman Reigns. I think he's going to stay.
Well, if they don't do it soon, it will be.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's already said and done. I think they're pushing forward with him. I think it's.
Oh, but there's such an organic. Like Joe said, they have the perfect time right now. If they don't, then yeah, you're right.
I mean,
it's
what they've done is pushed him harder than anybody else they've ever pushed. So I could see them sticking with it because they've given him the super mega insanity push.
Stick the rocket in his ass.
I mean, they really, they've given him a push that nobody's ever had before. And in my opinion, it's failed miserably. And the fact that it's failed miserably tells you they shouldn't continue with it. 916, what's up? What's going on?
You know, we had the funny if Kane just shows up and he just breaks under the mat and he just comes with 2003 attire and he just comes and just ruins the match.
You mean like he comes out like it was 1997 and rips the cage open on his debut?
The match. I love how he put that.
Yeah, just ruins it. And then Kane just takes it. Then he just pulls his pants down and poops in the middle of the ring. That'd be good. 253, you're on the show. What's up?
Dude, what's up, man? Look, I'm gonna mark out for fucking Sting, and I know it's probably not gonna happen. But
he comes down from the ceiling.
For some reason, I think that there is a chance that Sting's going to come out in that Shane versus Undertaker match because I just think that it fits the storyline well, and there could be a chance he's not going to fight anybody, but can you imagine that stare down? Sting versus Undertaker, the crowd will be on fire. At least that could happen. What do you think?
Yeah.
They've never, and you know what? I don't even think they have to address what Vince said either about your last match or whatever the fuck. They probably won't even address it.
I just think the crowd would be on fire. I mean, just a stare down between them two would be hot as fuck. And
no, yeah, and it would get. You're saying he would fuck over Taker, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I like it.
Give him an excuse anyway.
Dude, I think that could happen.
You can't take my career.
You're not gonna take my privates. 617, what's up?
Sir.
617, hey.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You're on. Not that far away from me either with that area code. And he hung up. We lost him.
Alrighty then.
That's too bad. That's my somebody local to me. I'm disappointed. 209, you're on the Joe Cronin Show, State of the WWE. How you doing?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Holy crap. I wanted to talk about, okay, fuck, I'm still in awe right now. Holy crap. I'm the guy I'm the guy in your comment section that usually says, Racial Mania is running wild and shit like that. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, dude, I remember you. Racial Mania is running wild everywhere, dude. I remember you. That's great.
Oh, thanks, man.
Don't you?
Yeah, I want to talk about tomorrow. Okay, so WrestleMania coming up soon. It's just usually we predict it. Everything's real predictable. This year, it's just so much shit can happen because of the build-up. It's been terrible. I've been watching it. Sometimes I've been skipping through Raw. It's just it's not even worth it for me sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't progress a lot of storylines. You can watch 10 minutes of Raw to get the storylines, and then that would be it. Everything else just shits itself.
Yeah, it's fuck, man. I mean, the only entertaining things I can see are for the WrestleMania, probably Shane McMahon Undertaker, even though the build has kind of been terrible. The Divas match, which I'm looking forward to seeing, with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And that's pretty much it, basically. I mean, the other matches, everyone else is gone. Everyone else is out injured. There's nothing really good going on right now. It's just fucking matches have to be phenomenal, to get a 5-star rating and get the people in the crowd heated and just like wild for this whole WrestleMania season and everything like that. It's just like right now they have to do something exciting to get the crowd going before on the road to WrestleMania, and then at WrestleMania, or else it's going to be total shit. The whole fucking show is going to be shit if they can't do something with this.
Dude, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Good call, by the way. Thank you for calling. I got to hang up on these calls because we got to get through this. Shane want jump off Dallas School Board, but his insurance will be swinging down from that Shawn Michaels did at that one WrestleMania, and I will be calling in Sunday. Been that. I start my vacation. Thank you very much, Freddie Mitchell. Damn, I almost coughed up my lungs. Freddie Mitchell, thanks for the donation. I agree with you, man. He could come flying down from there. Thanks, Tommy. Hey, listen, Eloy, happy birthday tomorrow, man. Tell me what your area code is so I can take your phone call. 440, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Roman eats my cock, just for future reference.
All right, I got to get that name in there. Okay.
Tommy. Tommy's laugh just gets me every time.
How you doing, man?
Have you ever thought of the possibility of maybe, I honestly doubt it'll happen, but a Shield reunion at Mania? Like,
I think people mention that every time now. Like last year they did. But this is the one... I mean, I guess you could say that if Seth Rollins was upset at Triple H because of whatever and he has the title...
Fuck you, Trips.
Maybe you could see that, yeah. Maybe you could see that happen, but I'm going to say no. I don't think that's going to happen, nor do I really want to see that. So, no, I don't want that to happen. It's a good point, though. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it, and I love you. I think he donates that all the time.
I miss that flippity-floppity cartoon fuck.
The flippity-floppity. 209. All right, call back, man. We'll get you on here. Your birthday tomorrow. You gotta get my local guy. 617. What's up?
I miss that guy.
Hey, 617. What's up?
The fuck?
Bring it on, baby.
Yeah. He's getting
What
it
are
on.
you doing? You having sex over there? Keep calling, but you're doing it? I've never heard of someone calling and then it just doesn't work. Is that the guy from Roxbury? The bear just donated $1 and said I'm a pussy boy. Well, I'm gonna shave all the hair off your body, bear. So how about that? I'm gonna shave your entire body. Dude, you gotta call back, Eloy. I don't see your number coming up at all, dude. All right, guys. I think we gotta close it out of here. I want to get Eloy on, but he's not. I don't see his number coming in at all. Oh, I started coming in earlier. Let's get Nay on here. Nay, what do you got, man?
What do I got? Honestly, I just wanted to explain the thing I said about the donation. Since there's been rumors going around saying that Vince is planning to turn Reigns heel.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of said that, because it could be like Roman Reigns kind of went to talk to Vince. He's like, how am I not getting over? You know, and then Vince said, well, why don't you join the dark side, man? And then Reigns like, how could I do that? He's like, why don't you help me at Mania, you know, just in case, and then I'll help you, you know?
That's a great idea. That's a great point, because how could these two possibly align? And Vince could even come out and say, you know, I made him an offer he can't refuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, you know, he's got a family like anything else. And yeah, that would be great. It really would be. And then Roman could easily say too, and you know, the other thing too is, I'm sick of you fans. I'm sick of you booing me. I'm sick of you assaulting me. I'm sick of the tweets. You always tweeting me this or that. It'd be great if they brought all that stuff into it.
Yeah, it could be like a Chris Jericho turn.
I bet you he could actually do a promo on that stuff, even because it's actually real. He could, you know.
Yeah, he's been experiencing it, no doubt.
Yeah, like I tried sucking up to you people. I tried doing what you people expected from me, but all you gave me was hate. So fuck you all. Now Vince is in control and Shane is gone forever.
Yeah, and I'm the champion. And there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening.
The only thing you'll be shaving is your asshole for this big bear cock, pussy boy.
Fuck you, Bear. Dude, Bear, you've already lost one of your eyes, Bear. Do I need to remind you, if you lose one more eye in a match with me, you'll be blind. You won't be able to wrestle ever again.
I have Yoda senses, though, Joe.
I don't care what he has. He won't even be able to fucking fish and eat food if I rip his other
like
eye.
a piece of braille.
Like a piece of braille. What the fuck? All right, guys.
All right, one more thing before I go, Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna end up doing?
Proper sentence.
You know what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna send JD a magic 8 balls for when he does off the script, and he gets a Dave Meltzer report.
That's awesome, dude.
All right, man. Peace out.
Is your name Nay because nobody can pronounce your last name?
It's kind of because nobody can pronounce my first name. I'll send it in the chat, but I don't want people to know my first name. That's why.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I know how to pronounce it because I've read your name on my PayPal, and I'm like, oh, I know how to say his name. I was like, I don't know, but yeah, just make it Nay. Everybody knows. Thanks, man. Have a good night. All right. All right. Thanks for the donations too, Mr. Nay. I love him. Star Scream. Shout out to you in the chat, man. How you doing, Star Scream? Okay. Buenos noches. And hasta luego.
Cola's Gay says, I sent a fleshlight to Tommy NC's P.O. Box.
Oh, God.
Mailbox Monday just got kinky.
Remember we were going to make a joke and send Tommy NC like a bunch of like fucking gas and credit cards that were empty? Do you guys remember that? I don't know why. I thought
so, yeah.
I thought it was funny. Like he gets sent a bunch of fucking like GameStop.
No, I was muted. I don't remember that exact scenario. I remember you wanting to do something. I don't remember the credit card thing.
I think somebody mentioned it or something. And it was
Isaac,
just,
I think.
Isaac, yeah, that's Isaac. It would be Isaac that would do that, wouldn't it? All right, guys. Stay of the WWE number 56. Tons of calls. I'm sorry we couldn't get to all of them. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for donating, and thank you for watching as always. Make sure you click that like button. Go back and watch me fighting the bear again. Tweet that video. Share that video on Facebook. Share it everywhere. If you make it go viral, people won't believe what the fuck my idiot ass does in my backyard. We'll see you. Good night. We'll see you live tomorrow night after Raw. Live right here on the channel, taking your phone calls after WWE Raw on the road to WrestleMania tomorrow night.
Road to ass.
Asshole. If you've never heard my interview with Tommy NC 2010 called Honestly, episode number 1, go search it on YouTube. It's called Honestly, episode 1. Joe Cronin, Tommy NC 2010. It's from a little while back. A great listen. Go check it out.